Hi, I'm Mark, the Backpacking Gear Nut, and I had a viewer ask me to please review my quilt and my sleep system. So for this video, I'm going to do my quilt. Now this quilt is the Outdoor Vitals Storm Loft down quilt. It's got an 800 fill, and it's got a 10 denier shell and a 10 denier inside. Now, I absolutely love this quilt. I've had this quilt for quite a while now, probably I would say about 6 months, and I've done quite a few trips with it. And this particular quilt is the 15 degree, you can tell because it's got the blue inner shell, and that has just absolutely kept me toasty warm. I have not had a bad night's sleep with this because of being cold. It does take a little bit of getting used to on how to use a quilt, and I'll kind of get into that in a couple minutes, but the quality on this is absolutely fantastic. All the stitching in it is beautiful. I did not have any spots where the stitching is bad. I have yet to see a single feather come out. Uh-oh. One little feather. I was just kidding. I have yet to have a single feather come out that I could tell. And I've had plenty of other sleeping bags that happens to. With sleeping bags, I've had a hard time having a consistently good night's sleep because it's hard to adjust them for temperature. Now I know you can like unzip them and things like that, but typically what'll happen to me is if I unzip the foot area, my feet will eventually get cold. If I unzip up near my chest, I'll wake up in the night because I'm cold there. So I tend to have to keep zipping and unzipping in different places throughout the night to keep my temperature regulated. The other thing is, I know you can take and unzip a sleeping bag and just lay it over you, kind of like a quilt, but then the Footbox on the ones that I've had never quite worked quite the same as a quilt. I tend to get cold feet, and so with a quilt like this, you know, you have this beautiful Footbox on here that's always together, and it's been fantastic. I can put my feet in there and I can adjust my temperature just by simply opening this up more like a blanket and not wrapping it around me. I can sleep in summer months even with the 15 degree quilt just by doing that because it ventilates nicely out the sides. And then in the winter months, I can just put my pad straps on, and these right here are pad straps. It comes with 2 pad straps. Here's the other one. I put my pad straps on, and the pad straps keep it from moving. Now, this one actually has a bowed curve to it. As you can see, it's got a bowed curve to it, so when you put the pad straps on right here, it actually holds the quilt really well around the side, and it just creates a nice barrier so that no air can get out when you really need to stay warm. And one of the things I was concerned about when I decided to get a quilt was, would the back of me be warm enough? So the way you stay warm is you have to insulate yourself from the ground with a good, properly rated sleeping mat. The beautiful thing about this quilt is not only how beautifully constructed it is and how well it was designed so that air doesn't escape when you use the pad straps correctly, but the down fill is 800 plus. And so what that means is it's using a really high quality feather that really fluffs up a lot. The higher the number, the better the fluff and loft is, so you can use less of it to get the same warmth. I tend to just sleep in my skivvies, as Dan Becker says, and a t-shirt. And the reason I do that is because that just keeps me comfortable. I don't like a lot of restrictive clothing while I'm sleeping. And so the feeling of this on my skin just feels absolutely plush and wonderful. This particular one, the 15 degree one, comes in at the weight that I'm going to put on the screen because at this current moment. I actually don't remember what it is, but I want to say it's somewhere around 1.5 pounds, but I'll put the actual weight on the screen. So it's absolutely a dream, and it goes in this stuff sack, and it's just such a beautiful size. I like to keep stuff not only light but small, and so this really works well for me. All right. That actually took me a few minutes, but what you don't know is I actually have a crippled arm, so stuff that's easier for other people might not necessarily be as easy for me, but I was still able to get it in there fairly easy, and as you can see, it's not that big. Here's my gray old water bottle, and you can see it's about the size of that. This has just been an amazing quilt. I've never had a bad night's sleep with it. It's never not kept me warm. Sorry, my dog's over there. It's never not kept me warm, and I would recommend this. At this point in my career as a YouTuber, I don't have any sponsors. I don't make any money yet, and so I'm just giving you my honest review. And when it does come time for you sponsors out there who would like to send me some stuff, I'm still always going to give an honest review. So that's it. I hope you like it, and I'll see you on the next one.